Hello, karibu sana to Alboa Cinema. Now, something I saw about a month ago or something like that. It's concerning this very old school, very successful IP called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I think many of you are aware of this because it's actually the first animated feature film to ever be done. Okay, it was written by the brothers Grimm, I believe, quite a long, 100+ years back. Now, what has happened recently is that there was some photos were leaked of behind the scenes of this movie. There's a live action they're doing on Snow White. Now, the first thing they've done is that they changed, of course, as they do these days in Hollywood, the race of the main character. Now, Snow White. You know that the Snow White moniker came from the skin of the princess, so to speak, if you remember the story well. Now, they've turned the current main actor for this role is Latino, the catch-all phrase for the South Americans, as they say, people of color, the woke Westerners. They call all of us people of color, If you have just a bit of melanin, you can take over some white franchise in the US. Now, a number of things have happened that have literally assured the producers of this film that it will fail next year when it comes out, 2024. And one of the main culprits of this is the producers and the main actress, this Rachel Zegler, I think. The Rachel Zegler. Now, Rachel Zegler seems to have an issue with the old stories that she's playing. Say they have to, and you'll always hear this, we are redoing it for modern times, which is basically the market tell you they are making it work. They're adding progressive ideologies in the stories. In this particular scenario, the main character has been sort of the battering ram to make sure that this film does not make money next year. First of all, I want you to, we'll play this, let's play this. She was doing she was doing an interview. And, okay, she's done several, but this one particularly, she was with Gal Gadot. Is it Wonder Woman? Yes. I think she's one of the characters in the movie. I think she's the evil stepmother, the queen. So this is what this person said.
Crying on that stage.
I mean, let's just wait a second. Let me jump to where it is.
4 hours.
Yes.
So far from what I'm every second of it.
On stage. What do you mean by that?
And
Okay.
I super enjoyed
Just
every
listen.
second of it.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it.
Modern
on stage.
age,
What do you mean
beware
by
when
that?
you hear
I just
that.
mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
She's not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Guy. You see, her girl boss, she's the girl boss. She wants to take over and become king, as they call them these days. Like, first of all, this is a love story. If you wanted to do your story about a strong, independent woman who wants to be a leader, she just have written your original story. Gal Gadot and your friend there. Why are you not writing your own stories? You're taking old successful IPs and running them to their ground with your crap writing and all this pretentious virtue signaling about minorities. Just saying a story is old doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that you're incapable of writing just as good a story. So you have to take it, insert your bullshit, and then start talking about your feminism. There was no feminism when the brothers Grimm were writing this, madam. So if you insert that, that means you want to do your modern story, which you should have written. Not take all IP and then pretend that you are doing something new and what is the word, and progressive and what you've done is you've just ruined the prospects of this movie. Second video, and this one, of course, they had to attack men. You know, what is a feminist movie without attacking the gentleman? Now, look, this is actually, it's actually dumb. So,
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
second I said 37.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
Really?
Weird.
Ah, shut up. Now, you see the way she's weird. Like, at what point in this story does the guy stalk her? It is nonsense. We all know this is nonsense. But why? Because the point of this actually is one main thing to do. Actors, directors, producers, and even writers. When you're releasing your films, the one thing that you will not do and expect success is attack at least half of your fan base. You know, say you're doing some movie there, maybe that has a women angle. We've watched a lot of movies with strong women without having to be preachy and amoralize and acting like you're the know-all, be-all. Acting like you're the person that whatever you say about all the current world is what people must follow. I think if you've seen the kind of woke movies that have failed recently, like if you look at Little Mermaid, they changed the character to black. Tanked, lost the studio millions or hundreds of, I don't know, tens or if not hundreds of millions. If you look, remember Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12, the woman version failed. Ghostbusters failed horrible. I think that's one that actually really put fans against Hollywood, the way they went about that. If you look at Captain America now, they wanted Captain America got old in the last and then now they gave the Falcon the moniker of Captain. The Falcon is Falcon. Why does he have to take over seconds on successful white characters? Why can't he just build? Because these days you can build these characters quickly and they become famous as long as you do good stories around them. But you don't want to do that because you are creatively bankrupt. And it's worse, you are so arrogant, so pretentious, that the person viewing the movies immediately sees it in your storytelling, sees it in your marketing and promotion. This is what this girl, the movie is coming up next year. But already people are saying, nah, I'm good. You enjoy, you and your woke people, enjoy that thing. And that's what will happen to every single person these days who's doing dishonest art. Because this is dishonest art. You should have stayed true to the story. Because that story is just that. It's a one story, it's written that way. And worse, they're saying, oh, the diversity, inclusion, and whatnot. But then they kicked off all the dwarfs and left one. Now they've put some weirdos. Let me show you. They've put, look at these characters here. All right? These characters here. Where's the dwarf is the guy at the front. At the back, there's some weird looking, like, how do they call them? It's druggy looking types. There's a black woman in front, a black man, some chubby dude. All of them normal size. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs kaput. It's not the same story. So stop calling it that. At the very least, show us you're capable and write your own stories. But no, you have to go and ruin everything. But this is my warning to all of us who are doing film in smaller markets. Don't follow this arrogance. I've seen some of you already talking badly to your fans when they don't like your movies or whatnot. Stop it. The customer doesn't have to buy. It's you to convince them to buy with a good product and respecting the IP, respecting their pockets. Not being preachy and pretending you're the one who knows everything. All right? Peace. Subscribe.